whole crew singing, y'all jagged edge. Your whole crew singing like La La Bamba. She want a thug in her life like Shauna. I'm with 3 bad bitches and we in the sun.
Maybe don't have the, drive or willpower to put together the plan. That depends on where you want to be. Like I said, that might, the lack of decision making and drive might lead you to be a janitor. If you just change that and implement a few more things, you might be the boss. So it's just one of those things where you just gotta, I feel like stay in that role and understand that at any point it can just be gone. You know what I mean? It can be flushed in that sense. Transitioning off the tour with Wiz and things like that, I noticed you're kind of making a resurgence, with the media push and with the, kind of hitting the streets per se. Sure. I saw the Houston takeover you're doing soon, and then you got an event coming up out here as well. A few more things coming out. Tell me about those things.
July 3rd through 6th. I'm going to Houston and I'm just tapping in and networking with all black owned, any black owned business I can find, any black owned studio I can find, any artist that want to collab, black owned restaurants, I'm really just like, I'm gonna be doing food reviews, all type of crazy shit.
Okay, cool.
Shopping. I'm really like, that's one thing that I've been able to show the people. Like, when you go to somewhere, don't just go.
You gotta experience it.
Turn it into an experience.
Yeah.
Nigga, I don't give a damn if you going on vacation. Make a flyer.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what restaurant you finna go eat at, put it on the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? Doing a food review. Mm-hmm. Or I'm gonna be at Houston Closet. I'm finna go see what kicks they got. We finna check them out. Like, bro, it's just creating that experience for your fans to view. And shout out Wiz Khalifa. I gotta go back to that again because that's who first showed me that shit.
It was a model, man. It really was a great model to show. He basically promoted. I mean, he didn't even basically. He promoted his life,
everyday life.
And we spiraled into this negative era of rap music where a lot of people are kind of timid and afraid to.
We touching on that. We get into. Are you like?
Yeah, look,
you like?
I'll get to it in a second.
Okay.
I just I think for people like Wiz, he kind of transcended it because of where he came from. Like, I see us there, I see us a thing, but I know that I want better for myself. So he can still exist freely because his decisions just, it didn't place him above them. No one is above anybody. It just placed him in a space where he could exist more freely without the law, different mitigating factors coming down on him. You know what I mean?
That's why I don't give a fuck about politics, bro. Like, that nigga's so like, it's like he dodges everything, but it's not like he dodges. It's like that nigga a player. It's player.
He just takes it and rolls with it. Like his recent album, I noticed it's called "See Ya" or something. I don't even know what the context is, but I think it's some online stuff that happened. And he was just like, "See ya," and so now at the end of almost all his tracks, he would say something a little extra and be like, "See ya," and go to the whole next song. And so it's just about, bro, when you're a boxer, and I think he may have learned it when he did take up boxing. Yeah. You don't just get punched in the stand or go at the punch when it's coming at you, bro. You weave, and if you get hit, you just keep rolling with them. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? You adjust your stance, you adjust this and that, and I think that's one of those things where he had already done it so naturally anyway, but once you're able to put it into actions or words or like segments that you can itemize, he's going to boxing. Now he can apply that. Oh, I've been doing stuff like this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Then you can up the ante a little bit more. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, like you said, man, shout out to Wiz. Definitely inspiration, definitely, whether people want to admit it or not, in this new era of like the Chicago drill type wave and the shoot 'em up bang bang, bro, Wiz can make a track about going outside and walking his dog, and it might still slap like one of your radio hits. So,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm just gonna say it like that, man. Shout out to them guys.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing to have artists like that, and even people like us too, that still look at life like that. Like, bro, this shit is about living, bro.
Exactly.
Every day, like I want you to see me live, nigga. Like,
that gets me to kind of the next part or the next segment. What gives you the drive, to do different things and provide the platforms you do? One of the first business connections we shared was I believe the MJ's event. You had me come out, do some media up there. And for me personally, I can say that definitely helped me out a lot. Yeah. You know what I mean? A lot more people saw the cosign and said, okay, cool. we know Coby. Coby's a credible person from out here. We know him from what he does, from his content. And there were a lot of people that were on the fence, you know, about networking with me and things like that. So for you to have me come out, do my thing, and just kind of exist with everybody, it made a lot more people comfortable to share with the blog, tap in with the blog and things like that.
Sure.
The question, tell me about what makes you want to provide those types of platforms. You know, having other people come on and different people like that engage with you. Instead of just trying to, like you said, you have the money to just kind of do, you can go hire a whole professional team.
Yeah, and just say fuck everybody.
Right, but you focus on the more local people, the people that are trying to build, things like that to try to bring them up as well. If obviously they have a certain standard, but you still obviously impart that hand. So tell me about that.
I think, bro, it's like, I be liking to, it goes as deep as me having a son and my dad not being there in the early stages of my life. I give my son everything I did not have.
Right.
I just give it to him like, here. I didn't have this growing up, and I'm fucked up from that shit. Like it still fuck with me.
Right.
So I'm gonna make sure you don't have to be fucked up like I am because I didn't have certain things. So when it comes to the city, growing up, when I was getting into all that trouble and shit, like kicking doors and shit like that, if I had an outlet, if I had a person constantly doing shit, booking me, giving me an opportunity to come and do this, do that, do the record, shoot videos, do this, you know what I'm saying, then I probably wouldn't have went down the path that I went.
You would have been more focused on the good, you know?
I may have popped earlier on, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I think about, like now, like shit, I got a little bit of clout. So shit, I could throw a venue and book whoever the fuck I want to book.
I think it's a little different though. I think we need to get understood in 2023 and forward. There is clout, but there's something. Credibility is real too. You have credibility. You don't have.
That's
you know
that's
I mean?
a better
it's
word.
More
That's
solid.
That's a better word because I hate that word.
Yeah, you're not putting on events and then just bringing on, like I said, the hottest people to get people to come out.
Yeah,
you're bringing out people you know are working, that's putting out content, that's doing something to a certain degree that you're trying to kind of in a way assist, and you're still having the same, if not more, fan turnout, media turnout, blog publication, blog show force. So it's one of those things where it's credibility, man.
I'm not hogging the lane. I'm not trying to keep everything to myself.
You're cruising. Yeah. You're cruising.
Like this motherfucker gonna go up no matter what. If you want to hop in, the door unlocked.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
So that's basically what it is, bro. Like, people know what's up with me, man.
Exactly.
Damn near every artist that's doing something right now, like, they done came and sat at my table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some of them signed. There's some people that done got deals and shit. You feel me?
Just got to keep working and networking, man.
Yeah. So
you know, when you keep that door open, you know, you have to watch certain things, but when you keep that door open and you move with a certain type of what's the word? A certain type of aura, I guess. A certain
grace.
Type of exactly. A certain type of grace. There can only be a very small percentage of people that hate if they do, and if they do, you know immediately that it's just hate. You know what I mean? Because there's no way that anything can go against what you're doing. You're not chauvinistic. You're not egotistic. You're not putting it in their face in a sense that's overbearing. You know what I mean? Water is wet. If you came out and defined how that happens, that's a fact. You're not bragging about it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And honestly, my shorty had to get me to understand that, because she would say certain things and I'd be like, bro, I take it to the whole heart. Yeah. She'd be like, bro, just listen to the words I'm saying, bro. We ain't doing nothing but talking. You know what I mean? Right. And so all you're doing is leading and you're shining, and people can't be mad if that light happens to be brighter. You've been putting in a lot more work for it.
Yeah, and that's what, bro. I be like, how do it don't make sense. Like, people be wanting the recognition, but they haven't done nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can you say this or try to make this fact, but you haven't did nothing to back up what you're saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of things I could say, but it would be pointless because I don't care for attention,
right?
Like unwanted attention and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if I do happen to say something, there's a long list of shit that I could back up. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
The difference between, like you said, between you and a lot of people that say, oh, I'm gonna do this too, or I'm gonna, go out and get this. And like we touched on earlier, they're not willing to put in that time. Whether it's actions that take up the time, or it's just, going out to do something or whatever, online, blogging, marketing, whatever. They're not willing to put in the time. You're out here doing the media. You touching shoulders, you shaking hands, you passing out the stuff, you sending stuff out. So you're doing, when it's just like investing. A lot of these newer age artists are putting, money management and investing in their music. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You put more eggs in more baskets, you're going to have a bigger return, even if you take a couple losses. At this point, like you said, you just tweaking it. You know what I mean?
Nah, for real. I think a lot of people get egotistical and shit like that too, and they think that they could use that in dissing and all that shit. I think they feel like they see other people blow up from that like that, and they feel like, oh, I don't gotta put in all that fucking work. I can just do this and do this. Look, he did it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Everybody's different. Like, you can't think what they did is gonna work for you.
Exactly.
But putting in work is always gonna work for you.
Exactly. Hey, quote that one.
Putting in work is always gonna work for you.
I'm telling you,
No,
always.
sure.
Don't look at nobody else's lane. Just keep working. It's gonna pop eventually, man. Eventually, just keep grinding.
Like I said, I accomplished this shit on my bucket list that's checked off, bro.
Type shit.
Like, that's
real deal.
So it's like, and it's because I chased my dream.
Exactly.
And I didn't. It's times where I stopped and I let other people pull strings and shit got fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I still came back and got shit back. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's
they don't see the vision. They don't see your vision like you see your vision sometimes. Even if they say they may, it may be a couple things that don't align all the way.
Not true.
When
you work with other people, they're always nobody is going to always do it 100% how you see it.
Exactly.
You're working with another person for a reason, so they're gonna have their personal input on whatever it is. It may be a little bit amount of it, but sometimes people are gonna say, "Fuck what you think." Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck his vision. I think this will work. I do it like this. But I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it works when you get somebody else's input, but at the same time, if they don't know what the hell they doing,
exactly, it'll go left.
You might be out of there, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But
okay, yeah, exactly. So, transitioning, we're kind of just gonna touch on a couple hot topics. The Gunna and Young Thug situation that's been going on. For people that may not know, the few people that tap in, Gunna basically played out on a case that implicated Young Thug and his music group as more than a music group. Since then, there's been online speculation, and Gunna dropped a new tape as well as Young Thug right after. First off, give me your overall thoughts about the situation, and then give me your thoughts about the projects themselves. Which one you think is better, a rating if you want to, just whatever.
First off, disappointed in all the niggas, man. Young Thug too. Highly disappointed in those guys, because there's a bunch of kids that look up to them. Mm-hmm. The black community look up to these guys. These is niggas who made it from places similar to where some of us damn near still at, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Millions and millions of dollars. Torn. 50,000 people in the arena. Wake up, eat where you want, fly where you want, fuck whatever bitch you want to fuck. You getting paid 40, 30K to go perform for 40 minutes, and you fuck it all up. Still thugging.
You hand it to him too.
Still thugging. Still living like you're not who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I really can't make no excuse. Like, being black, you want to make an excuse. Sometimes, like, when shit like this happens, because it's like, damn, man. Sometimes it's hard to, for example, when you got beef in the streets and niggas didn't die and blood is, like, niggas' mamas was crying at the front row. Like, when you in the streets, if you got beef and you really thugging like that, and then I got $1 million. everybody is not going to remove themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I did 5 years in prison, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So
you know what it's like to take that loss.
I bet not ever.
Yeah.
Come on, a nigga can't say nothing about me online and make me. No, I'm not finna entertain none of that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We either finna meet up and fight or shut up.
You just talking exactly.
Yeah, like
You online wasting
I'm not
time,
entertaining none of that
Yep.
shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, even when back to, let's just say I blow up right now, I get $10 million, Def Jam, whatever. Bro, I'm not living here. I'm not riding around with no drugs in my car.
Neither. We changing up.
I'm not
Sorry.
I'm not not beefing with nobody.
Mm-mm.
I don't give a damn what's going on in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful and lucky to this day to not have lost any immediate partners to